that's where the Harvie ended. They went toward their own distribution company, just with a place out of Pittsburgh and that greater area around that. And eventually we kind of saw writing on the wall.
Yeah, their customer service kind of
was starting to taper off. They were looking after, I think they were looking at, we were a good sized customer. Like we had enough scale that we were, we pay them enough money and we pique their interest. They'd look after us, but we knew it was kind of coming. Very, very expensive. And as business starts to taper off, you start looking at where can you save a few dollars. And we started to realize that this preferences pre-done box, which we thought would be the ultimate, CSA would take off with it. Well, everybody's buying changed through the pandemic and everybody started buying online, and that whole thing all of a sudden didn't become as important. And now what became important is maybe everybody wants to start with an empty box and be more like our typical large scale, like the Amazons, Walmart, the
grocery store style.
There's a look and a feel to purchasing that way that Harvie, I don't want to say it was clunky, but it was not that. Like we would get comments from everybody's got a bank of customers. There's always that customer that's an expert at something, and they'll say, "Oh, I'm an expert in the field of online sales, and your system's pretty clunky." And I'm like, "Thanks for that."
Yeah,
it was pretty good on the back end, though. For us, it's saving us a pile of work, right? We knew that it was clunky. We shop online. We knew. So when we were told it was in, we had no choice. We had to find somebody else. So we started the process pretty early, good 6-8 months out before they were going to close, and we started trialing all across North America, different platforms. And you guys were on the list, and Andrew, we reached out to you right away. I think what we liked the best when we made the choice to go with you guys is we were already heading towards, so let me explain what we are right now. Even in Harvie, we were running weekly. So we basically run 46 weeks a year. For a long time, we've been year round, but an intensive summer of being weekly and then bi-weekly through the winter. And just recently, almost 2 years ago, we switched. No, we're going to stay weekly, but go 46 weeks, take a sabbatical from Christmas till the end of January and come back February, and away we go again. So that's sort of what we came, and we knew that coming to Local Line, that's what we were looking for. So then it became, look at, we're big and we're not giant, but we're big enough where we need, there's Lisa, there's myself, and 2 other people that are going to be on the platform using the platform. And anybody knows that a back end change like that, and I always say the back end is the computer side, is so hard. Like it is really hard. It's hard on all of us. So it was like, okay, who can make the impression that's going to make it the easiest? Honestly, and I'll give credit to Harvie through the close down that they provided us with all the data we need to make it available. The crew at Local Line was able to take all the data and move it all over and set us up, and Local Line did a pile of work to get us pretty close that it wasn't too onerous on our part. Like it was very manageable, and it really allowed us to focus on the look, because your customer impression, basically we're all direct to consumer online. We like to say CSA, we like to say those words, but this is essentially what we are now. So we want to make sure that look and the feel and our brand and our colors, so we could spend time making sure the pictures were good and the look was right and the categories lined up. Whereas you guys handled the technical stuff, like setting up our delivery zones across Toronto and all the areas around Toronto, which would have been incredibly onerous on us. You guys handled that, and we were really appreciative of that.